Well, for about the past year or so, as I've been driving down Portola, I've seen signs saying, coming soon, Portola Estate Winery. And I was intrigued, didn't know anything. And then I ran into my friend Rick Neugebauer, who said, yeah, that's me. So I'm here with Rick. Good morning.
Morning, Tom.
Rick has just taken me on a full tour of what's going on up the hill. And I'm blown away, Rick. I don't know how else to say it.
Well, I'm going to tell you, I like to refer to us. The winery is about us. We have a great group of families that are here locally that are our investors. So it's not always about me; it's about them too.
Excellent.
So I want to make sure that that's out there.
I'm glad you did. Yeah. How many is us?
Well,
roughly?
There are 7 families.
Okay.
And I'm sure from time to time you'll see some of them posting on Facebook, and some of them are quiet. So,
okay.
But for the most part, no, they all. We have one lives in Newport Beach, and the rest of them are here in town.
Excellent. And we go back. We were talking a little while ago, about 15 years now.
I think so.
Your wife and I both served on the Realtors, the Southwest Riverside County Association of Realtors, and
Yes.
So that's where our connection started. But going up the hill, I mean, you've not only got a winery, that's just scratching the surface. What else is going on up the hill?
Well, our plans are, and we've been approved for it too, is that in 2023 we'll finish the working drawings for a 44-room hotel with a day spa, another restaurant, and a small convention and event area. So we plan to open that in 2025, Lord willing, and it'll be quite the next round of undertaking, but I think it'll be a nice complement to here on Portola for additional events, weddings, and such.
But in the meantime, you're slated to open the winery in September of this year, which is just a few months away.
3 months away. Let's see, we got July, August, September.
Yep.
Really 1st of October, I think, is
Okay.
our target date. We're going to try to get it final before then, to facilitate training and all those type of things that go with it.
Okay, I'm going to check my memory now. You've got Cabernet Sauvignon, Cab Franc,
Yeah.
Mourvèdre.
Yeah.
You have Viognier and Pinot Gris. Have I got it right?
That's it. And Sangiovese.
And Sangiovese.
Yeah, which I didn't say. So,
Okay,
yeah.
all right. And so you're going to have a full restaurant, a full bar.
Yes.
This is exciting. And you took me up, so the views are just spectacular, Rick.
Oh, when I think this property was a hidden jewel.
Mm-hmm.
Ben Fraley with Rancon was the listing agent over 3 years ago when I started looking at it, and I got up there on property and I go, wow, you just really couldn't appreciate it unless you got on property and looked around. And there was piles of compost up there. There must have been 400 or 500 yards of compost been sitting there for 10 years, 15 years. But once you saw the view, I said, mm-hmm. I looked at it. I said, oh, tasting room pad, hotel pad, production pad, and those pads were here.
Wow.
Not to the extent that they are, but the locations are still there, and I think it's probably one of the best pieces of property still here in Temecula in wine country.
And I wouldn't argue with you. And I was so taken aback because I didn't have any idea what was up there. And it really is mind-blowing. Yeah. And congratulations. I'm so excited for you.
Thank you so much. We appreciate that.
And I imagine you have a winemaker already?
Yeah. Our winemaker is Paul Warson. Notably, 25 plus years in the industry, UC Davis graduate. Started his career in the Napa Valley.
I've heard of it.
Yes. He took a Cabernet up there when he was with Trefethen to a 99 point. Makes exceptional wine. Ended up spending, 9 years there, and then came down and worked with the Foley Group another 9 years in the Paso area, Firestone. And then his dad got ill in mid-17 and decided that he needed to move closer, which was Studio City. And that's where they are at today. They live in Studio City. His dad since passed away. But Paul brings an immense depth of understanding what it needs to taste like. And on that note, we are bottling our reds next week.
Wow.
Wednesday and Thursday, and Paul called me Tuesday or Wednesday night, just absolutely delighted. I could hear it in his voice. He had just tasted all our red blends and our single varietals, and they were, he said, unbelievably, exceptionally great.
I cannot wait to taste them.
Oh, you're not the only one. I mean, we've been barrel tasting. We took a group of our partners up, 2-3 weeks ago, and no complaints. Not, well, no. Everything tasted good. And, the final blends weren't done, but we were just barrel tasting, and we tasted probably between new oak and neutral barrels. We probably tasted 12 different configurations of our fruit.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Now you're going to have a Spanish influence to the
Yes.
winery and the restaurant. Tell me a little bit about that.
Well, there's another dear friend, and I would call him a mentor too, said, if you ever decide to build a winery, make sure that you have a theme, an identity of who you are. And so I kept that in the back of my mind as this project started evolving. I says, okay, what does it want to be? Well, I think it wants to be Spanish theme. And you say, why? Well, so my grandfather on my mother's side is from Bogota, Colombia, a couple generations from the Basque region in Spain. And I said, if I were to take those flavors and those spices from Spain and understand that my mom cooked with those, and that was a big influence of my flavor palette and still is today, that I think the Spanish theme really puts that out there. So 2 years ago, we took a trip to Spain and spent 2 weeks there. We flew into Madrid, went to La Rioja, Ribera del Duero, Barcelona, Valencia, and really wanted to experience the food. We've been to Spain before, but this was very specific to the food and the wine, and then also selecting a sparkling wine from Spain.
A cava.
Mm-hmm. But so we've stepped that up a notch. Cava, the next step up is called Classic Benitez.
Mm-hmm.
So that's from the D.O. Benitez, which is just southwest of Barcelona. And so we're working on that. We'll have our own label on that Cava/Classic Benitez.
Exciting.
It is exciting.
Well, Rick, I'm got my eyes peeled on this place every week as I drive by. I see more progress. You've got stucco going on. It's happening.
Grinding the floors, polishing the floors in the tasting room, and the kitchen is coming together. So we're excited about where we're at. Just lots of moving parts. As we're sitting here, we have boxes of lights that'll go in the next couple of weeks, and carpet samples, tile samples, plans. Yes.
All right. Always good to see you, Rick, and thank you so much for your time.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you too, Tom.